The 10 financial mistakes keeping you poor. It's Friday night, you get paid, and within 48 hours you already know exactly where every penny is going. Debt, bills, rent, and suddenly you realize you're back at zero. That knot in your stomach, that feeling that no matter how hard you work, you never get ahead. You're not alone, and it's not your fault. But here's the truth, you're trapped in survival mode. But there is a way out. There are 10 specific invisible mistakes that keep people locked in this cycle of being broke adjacent. If you can identify these traps and fix just 3 of them starting today, your financial trajectory won't just shift, it will transform forever. Mistake number 1, spending without knowing where your money goes. This one is silent but dangerous. You have no real clarity on what you're actually spending. Can you say exactly how much you spent last month on food, on eating out, on those small $5 or $10 purchases that feel insignificant? The hard truth is that small expenses are what slowly drown you. A coffee here, a subscription you forgot to cancel, a little reward because you feel you deserve it. It all adds up, and at the end of the month, you're left wondering where your money went. You don't need to live like a monk, but you do need visibility. For 1 week, write down every single dollar you spend. No judgment, just awareness. You can't control what you can't see. What you discover will surprise you. Mistake number 2, living without a safety net. When you don't even have $500 saved for emergencies, everything becomes a crisis. The car breaks down, crisis. A medical expense shows up. An appliance stops working. That's how people get trapped in a cycle that feels impossible to escape. When you don't have a buffer, you live in constant tension. One unexpected expense feels like it could destroy everything. Most people are one emergency away from serious financial damage, and your brain knows it. That's why every expense feels threatening. Start with $500. Not 10,000, just 500, even if it takes months. When you hit that first milestone, something changes. You breathe differently. You feel stronger. Save a small amount consistently in a separate account. Mistake number 3, using credit like it's real money. You go out with friends, the bill comes, you don't have the cash, but you have the card. You tell yourself you'll handle it next month. Then another expense comes, and another. Suddenly you owe thousands, and you can only afford the minimum payment. The minimum payment is not your friend. It's a trap. Paying only the minimum can stretch debt for years and cost you massive amounts in interest. You end up working for the bank instead of for yourself. Here's a powerful rule. If you can't pay for it this month, you can't afford it. Use credit only if you already have the money to pay the full balance. Let it be a tool, not a lifeline. If you're already in debt, focus on paying off the smallest balance first. Build momentum. Small wins create confidence. Mistake number 4, ignoring your future because the present feels overwhelming. When you're barely making it to the end of the month, thinking about retirement sounds ridiculous. Save for later, you're trying to survive today. But every year you delay saving even a little, you make your future harder. Time is powerful. Small amounts invested consistently can grow significantly over decades. But the longer you wait, the more you'll need to save to reach the same result. Time can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Even if it's a tiny percentage of your income, start now. Automate it so it happens before you spend. Your future self is depending on the choices you make today. Mistake number 5, letting your lifestyle grow with your salary. You get a raise, you feel proud, you think you deserve something better. So you upgrade your car, you move somewhere more expensive, you increase your spending, and months later, you're still living paycheck to paycheck. Same stress, just bigger bills. This is lifestyle inflation, and it affects people at every income level. It doesn't matter how much you earn if you spend all of it. When your next raise comes, make a rule. Save or invest half of the increase. Enjoy the other half. That way you improve your life now while building freedom for the future. Mistake number 6, letting emotions drive your spending. A bad day at work turns into online shopping. Feeling sad becomes an excuse to buy something. Social pressure pushes you to spend money you didn't plan to spend. Companies are experts at triggering your emotions. Scarcity, limited offers, fear of missing out, all designed to make you act quickly. The emotion fades, the payment remains. Try the 48-hour rule. If something isn't essential, wait 2 days before buying it. Most impulses disappear when given time. And pay attention to your patterns. Do you spend when you're stressed, bored, lonely? Awareness breaks cycles. Mistake number 7, believing that earning more will solve everything. It's easy to think that an extra $1,000 a month would fix your life. But if you have poor habits with $2,000, you'll likely have the same habits with $5,000. Money amplifies who you already are. Yes, earning more helps, but it's not a magic solution. There are people earning modest incomes who steadily build wealth, and there are high earners who feel constant financial anxiety. The difference is not income, it's control. Real transformation happens when you master your money at your current level. Mistake number 8, avoiding financial education. One of the biggest reasons people stay financially stuck is because they avoid learning about money. Most people spend thousands of hours working for money throughout their lives, but almost no time learning how money actually works. They know how to earn it, but not how to manage it, grow it, or protect it. Schools rarely teach real financial skills. Most people graduate without understanding budgeting, investing, taxes, debt, or compound interest. As a result, many adults go through life making financial decisions based on emotions, habits, or misinformation. Without financial education, it becomes easy to overspend, misuse credit cards, fall into debt, and live paycheck to paycheck. The truth is that financial education changes the way you think. Once you understand how saving, investing, and long-term planning work, you begin making smarter decisions automatically. You stop seeing money only as something to spend and start seeing it as a tool that can create freedom and opportunities. The good news is that learning about money has never been easier. Books, podcasts, YouTube videos, and online courses give anyone access to information that used to be available only to experts. Even learning a little bit each week can completely change your financial future over time. The more financially educated you become, the more control you gain over your life. Better knowledge leads to better decisions, and better decisions lead to better financial outcomes. Mistake number 9, depending on one source of income. Depending on a single source of income is one of the riskiest financial positions you can be in. Most people rely entirely on one paycheck to support their entire life. If that paycheck suddenly disappears because of layoffs, illness, economic problems, or unexpected emergencies, everything can quickly fall apart. Many people assume their job is secure until something unexpected happens. The reality is that no income source is guaranteed forever. Companies change, industries evolve, and financial situations can shift very quickly. That's why financially successful people often focus on building multiple streams of income. They understand that relying on one source alone creates vulnerability. Additional income can come from freelancing, side businesses, investing, rental properties, online work, or developing valuable skills outside of a traditional job. Building a second income source does not mean you need to work nonstop or become exhausted. It often starts small. Even an extra few $100s per month can create more financial stability, reduce stress, and help you save or invest faster. Multiple income streams also create freedom. Instead of feeling trapped in one job, you gain more flexibility and more options. You become less dependent on any single employer or situation. The goal is not simply to make more money. The goal is to create financial security so your entire future does not depend on one paycheck. Mistake number 10, not setting clear financial goals. One of the biggest financial mistakes people make is living without clear financial goals. If you don't know where you want your money to take you, it becomes very easy to waste it on things that don't truly matter. Many people say they want to save money or be rich someday, but those ideas are too vague. Without specific goals, there is no real direction. Money comes in, money goes out, and years pass without meaningful progress. Clear financial goals give purpose to your decisions. Saving becomes easier when you know exactly what you are working toward. Whether it's building an emergency fund, paying off debt, buying a house, starting a business, or retiring early, goals create motivation and focus. Goals also help you make smarter spending decisions. When you have a long-term vision, you become less likely to waste money on impulse purchases or temporary distractions. Instead of reacting emotionally every time you want something, you begin asking yourself whether that purchase supports your future or delays it. Another important reason goals matter is that they allow you to measure progress. Without goals, it's difficult to know if you are improving financially. But with clear targets, you can track your growth and stay motivated over time. Money is a tool, but goals give that tool direction. Without direction, even a high income can disappear with little to show for it. People who build wealth usually don't do it by accident. They do it by making consistent decisions connected to clear long-term goals. Look, if you made it this far, let me tell you something. You're not doomed to live paycheck to paycheck forever. You're not bad with money. You're not different. Nobody just taught you these things. School didn't. Your parents probably didn't either. But now you know. The 10 mistakes: spending without knowing where it goes, not having an emergency fund, using credit like real money, ignoring your future, inflating your lifestyle, shopping with emotions, thinking more money will fix it all, avoiding financial education, depending on one source of income, not setting clear financial goals. Pick one, just one, and change it this week. Don't try to fix everything at once. That leads to overwhelm. Choose the mistake that hit you hardest. Take one small action today. Survival mode is not your destiny. It's just your starting point. Financial freedom begins with a single conscious decision. What will yours be? Tell me in the comments which of these mistakes you're going to tackle first. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content that helps you take control of your money and build a stronger financial future. I'll see you in the next video, and remember, you are in control.